This is Goku-san, DBZ, and today I am going to be doing a special video. I'm going to be counting down, in my personal opinion, the top 10 Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite characters for short/long range. So first I'll be listing, at least from my personal experience so far, testing out and trying movesets, still learning. But these are my top 5, in my view, the top 5 best short-range attackers and the top 5 best long-range attackers. So it just depends what style gamer you are. At the end I'll mention some, I think there are a good balance of both. And in my opinion, starting off with short-range attackers, in my opinion, now this is no specific order, but in my opinion, at number 5 is Hagar. Personally, I'll be blunt honest, I suck with Hagar, but one thing I've noticed, at least trying some of his moves and his moveset and facing Hagar, is that he's definitely better at short-range attacks because of using, like, power bombs, things of that nature. So he's pretty much a grappler like Zangief would be. So because of that, he's definitely a short-range person. Coming at number 4 has a couple of long-range abilities, like a couple of gun ability shoots, but she is definitely hands down best at short range with her sword, and that being Gamora. In my opinion, definitely good at short range attacks with that sword ability of hers, which I'm definitely trying harder and really wanting to learn her moveset, get it down, because right now new characters, Gamora is easily probably my top 3 favorite new characters off this game so far. Coming in at number 3 is, I guess no surprise, Hulk. Because he really doesn't have much when it comes to long-range attacks. He has, like, gamut thrust and abilities like that. So he's definitely more of a, as well as his throws, so he's definitely a short range. Coming at number 2, technically he could be considered, I guess, technically a short to medium range, and that being Captain America. But other than throwing a shield, that's about it for any sort of distance attack. He's, for the most part, better at short range attacks overall. And I like some of the augments and changes they've made to his moveset. I'm definitely enjoying it and wanting to get better at. Coming in at number 1, hands down, he doesn't stand a chance when it comes to long-range attacks. He's definitely best when it comes to short-range attacks. In my opinion, number 1 is Thanos. Back in Marvel 2, he actually had a couple of okay long-range attacks, like that stupid bubble thing. But definitely his newer moveset, which I'm definitely trying to get the hang of because it's very different from his old moveset. He's definitely only really good at short-range attacks. That's pretty clear. He sucks if you try to fight long-range. He's pretty much demolished and destroyed. Coming in at, now starting off the top 5 short-range attacks. Coming at number 5 is, I guess no surprise, which debuted in the last game, is Doctor Strange. He has a couple things you can use from long-range, but he's definitely a short-range attacker for the most part. His magic abilities need to be more short to mid-range attacks. So yeah, well, long-range attacks. He definitely is not for really close-range combat. His spells are good for distance. Coming at number 4 is somebody who uses projectile weaponry, so no surprise. He has some good punches and stuff for short range, but his rocket launcher and everything is good for long range. So, of course, that being Nemesis. Coming at number 3 is an interesting character, to say the least. And that is Rocket Raccoon comes in at number 3. Reason? Because, yeah, he has a couple of traps you can sail on the ground, and you can cohorse, try to force the opponent to come at you. That way you can end up, obviously, taking advantage and doing damage. But definitely with his energy blast and his, like, fire blast attacks, definitely are for long range. He's definitely not for short range at all. Coming in number 2 has a couple of short range attacks, but he definitely specializes in long range. Given his different types of weapons, he can use a machine gun, shotgun, rocket launcher, magnum, and all that stuff. And of course, that being Chris Redfield coming at number 2. Number 1 has, like a couple of the changes being made to his moveset in the new game versus Ultimate, or rather, Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And that is, hands down, number 1 has some really great long-range attacks, and that is Dormammu. If you want a team that has great long-range attacks, I think probably one of your best teams would probably be Dormammu with Doctor Strange, not only from the same universe, but yeah, their abilities definitely are good for long-range attacks. I would say definitely take advantage of that if you try that team. Now here's some suggestions I've seen definitely for now that are better at mid-range attacks overall. Ryu, of course, because for long range you can do the Hadoken and things. Short range you can do is, of course, uppercut, as well as a good tornado kick, as people called it for a long time. Also, Ultron has a couple of good long range energy blasts, but he also has some good short range attacks as well. Same goes for Dante as well, has good balance on both, as well as, of course, Iron Man. Jetta from Darkstalkers has that good one where he can throw those blades, that's good for long range, but he also has some good short range attacks as well. Also, Spider-Man, X, obviously from Mega Man X, Strider, Hiru, which I guess is no surprise. He's really been a combination of both. Ghost Rider, which kind of surprises me. I would have expected him to be better at more long range. His chain is good for long range, but he also does the flamethrower and things, which are good for short range attacks. But overall, that's my personal opinions for the top, at least as of right now. Until future add-on characters, we shall see about that as I learn more characters and styles. But these are, in my opinion, the 10 best short/long-range attacker characters in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Now, I haven't been able to do some more gameplays from Infinite, because unfortunately yesterday my console crashed, so I had to wipe the hard drive clean, and now I'm having to re-download the game and everything. So, yeah, it's going to take a little time, unfortunately, and I tried recording gameplay for story mode, but for some reason Capcom put in place something in the game that will not allow you to do normal recording on the PS4 for some odd reason. It's deactivated it for story mode, even though Street Fighter V obviously allowed me to download and save footage from the story mode in Street Fighter V, so all I can figure is maybe it was something on Marvel Disney's part. Who knows, but unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to record story mode, and I apologize for that. The only way I'd be able to record would be with this camera I'm using right now. And of course the shane and pitch quality won't be as good, unfortunately, and not HD. So I'm only going to be able to do, unfortunately, recording of matches in arcade mode and things like that. Hopefully, eventually, some other stuff they'll allow to do recording, but, I mean, if you want me to record using this camera, even though it's not exactly the best quality, I will try that for story mode, but you'll have to leave a comment and let me know if you want me to try it or not, because it's not going to be HD quality, I can promise you that. But if you want it, I'll try it, but otherwise, I'm not going to attempt it. But that's just letting you know the info and updates on how things are right now. But I'll get ready to cut this video. See you all next time for a special best to worst list I'm working on, which is of the Street Fighter games. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you next time.